Hi, that's me. I get real, and it is Monday morning, and I'm so tired. Um, I don't work today. They have a box for somebody else, and I get sad because I'm like losing hours, but I'm so tired. I'm like, and I have to work from home. I get to work from home. I was kind of forced to because I couldn't get another job anywhere else. Kind of forcing myself to work from home instead of taking a day off. Um, Yesterday, so I work, and my daughter thinks I'm a slacker, but I work. I'm social. I do what I'm supposed to do. Follow dress code. Even that's really hard for me, being like And people are offering me jobs in the food service industry. Um, and I went to school to be a doctor, and I thought I was stupid. Growing up in an abusive family, you never think you're smart anyway. But then I thought I was stupid, and my mom was kind of racist, even towards blacks. Like, don't hang out with these black kids, you're gonna get in trouble. And I'm like, those are the ones that are getting straight A's and doing these like sororities that are actually service based, and they're like spending their weekends doing projects and helping orphanages, and I'm sitting there drinking with alcoholics. Like, it wasn't me. I was a problem. My family would be so narcissistic to think that we, try to look it on the outside and not recognize like my drinking. My brother had mentioned to my parents, and they basically chewed him out about how dare he say that about their little angel. And I'm no angel. I'll tell you that right now. My daughter called me one the other day and was like, thank you, baby. Because she told me how people are scared of me. And I was like, okay, baby. So I'm going to turn the lights off because my fridge is running 24/7. It's not even insulated and the seal is bad. And I'm about to put a bunch of water bottles in there. Literally, actually, I should probably fill them halfway, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna put all of the old water bottles that I couldn't put the bottle return. It's so stupid. They used to be like, oh yeah, we know this is the same brand. You have like 16 of the same other bottles. The labels come off sometimes. It's like no, we can't take that. And it's like stupid. But everything is computerized and everything has to be barcode scanned. But yeah, I was told years later that my brother was talking to my parents about his concern about my behavior, and they are like, "Man, my little angel." And I had this behavior. I don't know when he said this because I heard about it later. Um, I I knew I had a problem, but I was being abused in the house so much that the problem at home was bigger than the drinking and smoking, in my opinion. And unfortunately, I have become one of those people that is very isolated. Nobody likes me. Like, I'm like social and polite and honest, and I get to be like not perfectly honest. Like, I'll get angry. I'll get in a rage. I'll get reverse road rage where I'm mad at someone who has road rage at me because I'm trying to follow the traffic rules, and they're trying to get me to break rules, and they're trying to ram my car and run me off the road because they want me to go faster. And you're just like, pull off the road. Like, tell them, go somewhere else around. Like, people like that want to try to cause you to get in a wreck. And it's like, if there's police or a red light camera or another camera, and they're trying to ram my car from behind, I'm the one that's going to be the first to get the picture taken of my car, right? And that gives them a chance to slam on the brakes, right? I hate that when people drive so dangerously. I went to California and I thought, man, this was ridiculous how people were driving, passing on the right, doing all this crazy stuff, like on a residential road. Like, It was just the wildest driving I had ever seen. And then I went to Mexico. I didn't see any like way for pedestrians to cross the street. I was like so confused. I don't even know if I saw infrastructure for traffic. And I was like so confused about Mexico and California. And all those people are here now, and I'm like, no, please, please. So I am. I have a problem. Change the subject. I'm in a program and I help people and I volunteer, and it's a program that's support group, and I have no support. I have no sponsor. Our relationships with women fall apart, and the only people that talk to me or like I help give rides to are younger guys. And there was one guy who might have been my age, but he was homeless, like homeless guys or younger guys. And I'm like, it's like when I think about narcissists and abusive people, it's like you hang out with them or you hang out with nobody. And then when it comes to this, it's like you hang out with them or you hang out with nobody. Um, so I think, like, if you're just talking to someone or giving them a ride or meeting at a meeting, I don't think it's a problem. Um, but you don't want to, like, people. I gave someone a ride last year and I got called a cougar. Like, you see these old ladies flirting and trying to mind control these younger guys, and you're like, who are you calling a cougar? Cougar? Like, I'm just minding my own business, and these people just have, like, I don't know. Apparently, I don't act my age. I forgot that someone was talking about my daughter's from millennials. And I was like, oh yeah. She's like, up to 35, but that's cutting it close, you know. I was like, yeah, yeah. She's like, Mom, you're not 35. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, a lot older than that. In my mind, age 30, I totally went blank on my age. Like, I say my age a lot because I had to remind myself as the kids were little, I literally was so brain dead when I turned 30, 31. Like, not brain dead, but I could not. I literally had to do the math. When people asked me, how old are you? And I said, I don't know. I don't have birthday celebrations. I don't get gifts and stuff. I don't get stuff for Christmas or my birthday. It's like I'm a really abandoned person. Um, and I get really, really hungry. Really, really hungry. It's difficult. It's difficult because like I've been in the store. I can't afford the product. Hold on. Speaking of hungry, I am about to pass out. So I'm gonna grab my orange. I um I think I refilled this bottle from another bottle. I a vendor in the store. I go to the store. You use all your money to buy toilet paper, right? So you see everybody's like, I need this, I need this, I need this gift, I need this stocking, I need this toy, I need this candy, I need this steak, egg, or actually steak and eggs cheaper than hot dogs and bologna at this point. I gotta print something. Um, I I don't want to. I'm feeling like bad because there's only certain people that talk to me, and it's usually not women. And people all would say, "Women helping women," and all this stuff. And I was just like, that is not like something, that I gotta send this. Hold on. I have. I'm gonna start crying. I just hate loneliness. I'm really social, and the only people really that hung out with me in my other meetings, which was another program, were strangers. Like, strangers would look at us and be like, wow, here's $5 for gas. And strangers would be like, what do you and your kids do for the holidays? So I'm like, nothing. Like, come to our house, here's our address, here's my phone number, park wherever, and come in. And strangers, when we were in the shelters, would have soup kitchen style dinners, and I had to go get invited. Someone invited us to some poor people, handicapped, elderly dinner. I was like looking around, like, I was like the underserved population. I was like, oh my god. I was like really happy that someone thought of us, and I never thought that I would be such an impoverished doctor. Like, I never thought that I would get to my goal weight by not having money to eat. If I had money to eat, I'd probably be like 150 right now, even as a raw foodist. I'm a chunky person. I'm like my son, I forage for, I'm like, I need to eat something. Like, get dizzy, and my mom would get really lightheaded. She didn't eat regularly. So I have to, go weigh this package. So, I spent a lot of time talking about liking this guy, and I'm so sad. I should see this person and not see them. And I did an angelic walk from one side of the store to the other yesterday at work, and I was like, I'm gonna start crying. I was like, I'm throwing a towel in, this is neutral, pretend we never met each other, go on with our lives, no hard feelings, I'm moving on. I walked out to the car after work, because I saw him run out of the store right when I was cleaning up, and I thought in my mind, he started it. He's the one who was all flirty and nice, chasing me down in the store. And I was like, wow, this guy's attractive, but he's like, he gave me a lot of extra attention. I really liked it. And all of a sudden he's like, my girlfriend's getting mad. And I was like, oh my god. Like, I wish I just said that and walked away. I basically put my foot in my mouth. And was like, oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. I hate drama like this. I'm like, so not. Like, I hate drama like this. And even where I was not knowing if somebody has a girlfriend or married or gay or asexual for that matter, some people were like not interested in a relationship because they had cancer, had erectile dysfunction. I was just like, it's not always. They're like, no, I can't. This one guy was like, no, I can't be in a relationship because I have this sexual problem. And sometimes it's not about sex. And sometimes there's stuff. Like, I had this guy I knew, this married guy, call me and tell me similar thing about prostate cancer and erectile dysfunction and having to take pills. And I was like, why are you telling me? Like, I haven't talked to this person like 5 years, and I understand the same guy called it race brain. Race brain. I was like, yeah, you get race brain, you need to talk to somebody. But with this other dude, it was like, all I was like an acquaintance. I wasn't even a friend. I was an acquaintance. And you go to the same place every day. You walk up and down your street to check your mail. And you can be acquainted with men, women, and children. You can wave. You can smile and say have a good day. You can do the same thing with the mailman. You can talk to the mailwoman or the mailman and say, gee, I hope you have a good day off, or gee, I hope you know, fill in the blanks. Nice to see you, thank you. And we, it doesn't mean I'm trying to get in your pants. It doesn't mean that I'm trying to date you or walk down the aisle, in marriage. It's like being a part of the community, even if you think they're cute, even if you think I never do this with Porsches. I've loved Porsches all my life, and I looked at this guy drove in yesterday to the store driving a Porsche, and I was like, I gotta see who's driving this car, and I did look, and I was like, this guy knows he's getting attention. I love like German things. I love like clocks. I love like the German language. I love the German cars, and I like that like Alpine and the style of their neighborhoods and chocolate. Like I really just like the thinking of people living in these villages and these cold cities and this old country. And I like the Norwegians. I like the Scandinavians. What is the other country that makes Switzerland? I love Switzerland. I love Swiss clocks, Swiss chocolate, Swiss miss. Like I just there's something about I grew up in a cold place, and there's something attractive about the way they think. Poland. I don't know if Poland's cold. I watched this video, and it was a bunch of farmers in Poland, and they were in tractors, many of them Polish tractors, and they were protesting or something. So basically, they all got in this parade and they traveled on this freeway, and they're all like driving these big old buggies, and I was just like, I think there was some like background music, and they stopped into a restaurant or something, and they all parked their tractor. I was like, that was freaking awesome. Like, I would just loved, like, someone telling me, like, something about Polish doing things backwards, and the calculators were confusing to Americans. But I'm, like, backwards person. I'm, like, a left-handed person. Like, most of the, like, probably 50% of the people I went to school with from kindergarten to 12th grade were Polish, descendants of Polish. They had the last names. They may not have been from that country, but maybe the parents or grandparents or even great grandparents they had the family name. And I learned a little bit. I don't know if Poland was a lot of Catholic, but I was hearing people talk about them going to school, Catholic private schools in Chicago, outside of Chicago. And I started learn this, and it seemed like when you went to the UP, I felt like, I'm not sure though, that there was a lot of blondes, like Scandinavian looking people. Like, there's this rocky, I don't know if you call it rocky crag, like big cliffs up in the upper peninsula of Michigan, and drop offs to the river, and ice, and cold, and trees, and you're like, these people, it's cold, people fishing, like, I don't, I don't know, because I've never been outside of pretty much a little bit walking distance in Mexico and a little bit driving distance in Canada. I haven't done any world traveling. I haven't stayed the night in a hotel or gone to any restaurants. I don't know anything about the world except for learning about the world and people who travel, people who move from there, or a lot of documentaries and YouTube and books. So I was thinking to my son that I'm scared of things like the death zone of Everest. But I felt in the car yesterday that I was going to climb Everest one day and descend and live to tell about it. And I was really shocked to hear that in my heart because I'm terrified. Um, I'm a raw fetus, and I'm been injured in an auto accident, and I was determined. I got hooked on Everest when I stopped talking to my family and when I had hard times trying to build a support network, and everybody just kicked me to the curb. And if they didn't, they took advantage of me by using me as their punching bag and being very abusive and rude, name calling and standing me up and all of these unhealthy friendship things. Like and they wouldn't. You want to take it with the benefit of doubt. You want to tell them, gee, I really appreciate if you're not going to show up, you could call me, or let's confirm. Like I would start saying, let's confirm the day before, or 2 days before, that we're still both on board with this. And they would be the type of people that would bail on you, not tell you, and then you can't get a hold of them for 3 weeks. And then they yell at you for not talking to you for 3 weeks when you're leaving messages, phone, text, and then they're I keep using the analogy of the dog that soiled the carpet, and you take a little, flick to their nose or something. It's like, bad doggy. And they're like, what? You just got home. I'm happy to see you. Take me for a walk. And they don't remember. Like, dogs remember stuff, but puppies don't remember that 6 hours ago after you left for work that they soiled the bedroom rug. Like, you have to. You don't have to, but I feel like when you train animals and kids, it's best to speak to them immediately. Excuse me, you. People think I'm too polite. Please don't potty here. And if it's an emergency, here's a wee pad. Here's a little grass mats that they sell at the store, like doggy door, whatever it is. Like, you need to tell them right away after it happens. And even more importantly, you take them outside and wee, and then you praise them. And some people think praise is very bad for children, and I guess for pets. Like, they think it's the devil. But I grew up with no self-confidence, no self-esteem, and it wasn't neutral. You can have a neutral, like, I'm not going to praise my kid. Like, that's your opinion. I, learn to praise them and reward them for good behavior. But we got tired. The rewards were not rewards they earned were not very good. But neutral is different than being beaten down to a pulp, mentally and physically. So that Everest was like taking me out of the drama of the world, but then I got hooked on the drama of what happened at K2 that day when the lines were short. What happened at, the lines, not the people line. The people lines were too many people. The lines didn't make it to where they need to go, and altitude sickness and people not thinking clearly, and teams arguing, the Chinese team disappeared or whatever over an avalanche. Just horrible stuff. So then I got sucked into this drama, and then I was reading about who's that hairy guy? Is it Milner? Milner. Mesner. I think it was Mesner. He lived in some small town. It was just climbing. Imagine these youngsters just adventure climb up, up, up in the European, Alpine, and just venturing out from there, getting funded, and being in shape, to tolerate low oxygen. And one of the saddest things is reading about was that lady Frances. Reading about people that and there's laying in the snow or back winters. His name is face down in the snow and people keep passing him. He's breathing, he's alive. Someone drives him into a tent and then leaves him in the tent. And he wakes his butt up and he's like, descends. Like, you losers left me once, twice, three, a dozen times. You guys' nose burnt off. His fingers, I think, and toes. I don't know. some guys lose all their toes. I was thinking, the first thing I was thinking was, I wasn't thinking of balance. I was thinking about that in the back of my mind. I was thinking, how many shoe sizes would I go down if I had no toes? That just seems weird. At least one, if not two. Big toe is pretty big. And I think about the challenges of life, and I suck myself into Everest. And when I couldn't sleep last year because I had safety concerns, I stayed up and watched Everest, and I said, they are living. Each breath is a miracle at the death zone. Even people die way below base camp because of the altitude. It's not kind of like being, it's like being in an airplane, 33,000. Oh my god. It's crazy. I just thought of that, 29,000 feet, and the airplane is at 33,000. That's way, the pressure, it's crazy. It's a nice feeling. So then you have that, and you have my desire to have friends and an intimate relationship partner with a male. Of course, over 18, under 60. I don't want anyone thinking I'm abusing someone. I have no romantic interest in nobody who wants to be my friend. So I just go to meetings, and people talk about using a meeting as a higher power. I use a meeting as my family, outside of my kids and my pets. I use a meeting as a community. You have a primary purpose and principles before personalities. So you may not get along. This is really bothering me. So this is called, you may not get along with anybody. You may be the one person who everybody else, oh, nice to see you. You ever got in a meeting and everyone who comes in the door, someone gets up and gives them a hug, nice to see you, new people, welcome, shake their hand. And you're the one person that walks in like, where's my hug? And they just look. I was like, it's because I'm black. It's because I'm like, so, I just sit there and I just crochet and say, you know what, this could drive me out to drink if I let it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to me to drink over. Some of these people are the rock stars in the meeting. They got the twinkle in their eye, the shiny smooth hair. They got the name brand purse, the Michael Kors, all this. And they're dressed up, their diamond rings, and their wedding rings. And they're like flirting with all the guys, and they're like the superstars. And some of these people come and go, come and go. Some of these people, I get jealous, and then they speak of their or struggles, their fears, and then you realize, hey, they're only human. Just let yourself not judge them or be jealous. Envy is not a good type of energy to have, really. But I get where it's stemming from feeling like I'm being left out, and knowing that what just occurred, I was treated differently. And when this happens, I tell myself, next person that comes in, next meeting, you stand there and give everybody a hug. You stand there and pass out your phone number. You stand there and shake the newcomer's hand and say, there's a seat here, sit next to me. And that's pretty much what it comes down to, is you're leaving because you're lonely or sad and you're not able to carry the message. You're not able to be a community for somebody else. So forget about how you're being treated and look at how you're treating others. So that's how I turn that around. I had this thought of I also have a college engineer gift certificate. Oh, gift certificate. I wish I had a gift certificate for my kids. Um, I miss getting gift certificates. Sometimes those were like such lifesavers when you were absolutely broke. You can go throw some gas in the car, not going to debt. I usually make the rounds on Sunday after church because church was so far away and just hit all the places. Big Lots, Wild Oats, Bible Store, Dollar Tree, Winco. We go through over here, library. Yeah, we hit all the spots. The church got out early, you get your books in the library before they open, so you don't get overdue. So you really get there. I get there before 12. Church hardly ever. It's just a lot to get out of church before 12. I don't go to church, and I have about 5 jobs. I'm gonna apply for it and just see what happens. And God's like, there's people that you missed. That it was a missed connection. And so I'm gonna apply for this job, 4:30 to 8, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm gonna apply for managing our laundry / laundry. So my computer breaks down when I have it. I'm gonna apply at Pizza Hut. I'm gonna apply at Winco and Carlton. I should apply for flower position at here. And then 7 is Goodwill. This is a check in. I'm gonna push stop. I gotta go. My stomach just feels like it's gonna explode. Acidic, empty stomach with the orange. It doesn't really. It's not always the best with the acidic water. It's not always. I don't. Reggie will drink some vinegar. I just drink a lot of vinegar first thing in the